All right, I had some requests for some customization, some modifications to the JF slash Fervent Toys Scorpion Gel Blaster. So this is the Scorpion Submachine Gun Gel Blaster, and I did some modifications. And my goal here was to do everything so that I didn't have to put a single hole into the gun. I didn't really have to glue anything to the gun. I glued a rail to the other side of the gun. You'll see that. That's not really a big deal. And it's glue gun glue, so it pops straight off if you wanted to take it off. But my goal is to make it look as factory as possible, or so. That's what I was planning here, right? So this is what I ended up with. This was kind of my idea. So of course I started with, this basic Scorpion, right? So this Scorpion here, I wanted to do some customization. Now, luckily, as you guys have seen from my videos, I have access to lots of different parts. So you can see all the different parts that I used here. I'll talk a little bit about those. And then these are the primary tools that I end up using when I'm modifying these. I mean, you got your different glues, your different super glues, your glue gun, screwdrivers, a wire cutter and a needle nose from Ulsa Tools, hacksaws, file for filing the plastic, and then you do need electrical tape sometimes. So I had a bunch of these types of barrels, okay? And I thought, oh, let me see if I can get these to fit. Well, it turns out if I would take these and kind of remove all this plastic in there, then I could make it slide right on. So it would actually slide right in all the way up to here, flush up to here. So of course it wouldn't stay, but it would fit. And then the inner barrel that you see right here that goes inside that, there's a barrel inside that, that's what this is, would fit in here too, and it was the right length. It doesn't fit really tight, so all I did is put a couple a couple of things of electrical tape around here, so then that made this fit tight inside here too. So after I figured out that that would work, I took this piece, and you can see I painted it black because I just thought that would look nicer. Now, when I'd slide that on there, there's nothing really holding it on. It fits on, but nothing holds it on. So that's where I had to figure out a different way to kind of hold things on. So you have this small rail right here that's already on here. And then I took a long rail and glued it on this side so that it has rails on each side now. Plus you have a rail on the bottom, okay? So what I was going to do, and what I did, is I wanted to make sure I could attach things to those rails between the barrel and the actual gun. So that's what I did. So I thought, oh, it would be nice to have a little handle out here. So I found, again, from different parts I have, a gun that somewhat matches, right? And I basically cut the handle off. And then I took one of these, chop that off. You end up with something like this. And then basically mounted, this to this, but like up in the front. So kind of like that, so that I could have that nice long piece there to screw in. So you can see that that's what I did there. All right. This is just this little piece here. So it'd be nice if it was longer, and I guess I could make another one of those if I really wanted to. And then on this side over here, did the same thing with a little laser, right? So I've got that on there like that as well. So you can see this is where I glued this on. You can see the glue right there. I was thinking I might just take some screw heads and set them in there so that you don't even see that. I just glue some screw heads in to make it look a little nicer. On the back here, what I did was, again, just took the metal piece off, right? It just, Allen wrench comes off, okay? Took that off so it can go back on if you ever want it to. And then I had these pieces, and I wanted to make them fit. So what I did was basically I had to make it slightly, I guess, longer almost. A couple washers to reinforce the inside where there was some dead space. And then what I'll do, what I did with this one already, is when I put it in here after I take this black metal off, put it in here, measure where a hole goes, drill a hole through, and then go ahead and put a different bolt through there. and that's what's going to hold that on. To make it, more secure, again, because we're drilling into plastic, I took these anchors, like these are just drywall anchors that I never use, but they come with a lot of things. And so I inserted these in to kind of reinforce the hole. They go there, and then the bolt goes through, and then you're good. And then you can go ahead and, slide this on. So very full functioning. Did use some electrical tape there. I thought it was worth it to reinforce, and it's very minimal, and to me, it doesn't really look that bad. I mean, it would have been great if I could do it without that, but I think it's worth it to add the reinforcement. So that's the finished product. I think it's pretty cool. Hopefully you guys do too. I took made a little muzzle kind of for it as well from a longer version that fit on that barrel already, and then just put a different scope on top. So that is the Scorpion submachine gun from JF and Ferven Toys, and this is kind of a modification to make it into a long gun, I guess, with some different accessories. And like I said, you can do it without drilling or cutting or doing anything to your actual Scorpion.